Hi, and welcome to Lads with Game. My name's Chris, and I think we're with Daniel.
Yeah, and my name's Daniel, and we're talking everything about the game today, which is Newcastle against Everton.
Super Dan, have you got the lineups?
I have got a lineups. Um, right, for the home team in goal, we've got Darlow. In defence, left back, we have Lewis. And in the centre of defence, we've got Fernandez, Lascelles, and Shah. And on the right back position, we have Murphy. In the centre of midfield, we have Hendrick. And on the left, we've got Mickey Abron. And on the right, we've got Sean Longstaff. And up front, we have playing on the left, St Maximum, and on the right, Wilson. For Everton, goalkeeper is Olsen. On the right back, we have Kenny. In the centre back position, we've got Mino and Keane. And I don't know how to pronounce the left back's position, Kanuki or something like that. I don't know if you know his name, how to pronounce it. Delap, Allen, and again I can't say his name. Debush. I don't know how to say his name. Gomez, Sigurdsson, and Calvert-Lewin up front.
Super. So, how do you think the game's going to go then today, Dan?
Well, as expected, I thought. Um,
Are you there?
yeah, I'm just. What's his name? Manager for Newcastle. His name's completely gone out of my head.
Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce, yeah. I knew he would play defensively. Five at back is not surprising, really. Free midfield. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of expected, really, from Steve Bruce. It's just going to be a defensive game and try and counter-attack, I suppose. Um, yeah, I think most of the possession is going to be Everton. It's going to be Everton on the attack. But even Everton's lineup is surprising. Obviously, they had a few out, so they're going to be. Oh, I really don't know how this game's going to go. But it's really, I have no idea how this game's going to go, based on what I'm seeing. But, Everton haven't got their key players in this week, injuries, and yeah, I really don't know. But they struggled last time out, didn't they, Everton? So it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, it was surprising how they struggled last time out, in my opinion. Dan, I don't know what your thoughts, were on that game.
Wasn't it Southampton? They lost to Southampton, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but yeah, it was just a bit unusual, really. I felt. I mean, anyone watching at home, do let us know what you think. Let us know what you think Newcastle are going to do today. I'm really intrigued into this game. Everton, they look solid at points, but yeah, they're a bit of a letdown last week.
I mean, I've got to give Steve Bruce some credit here on the back line. I mean, the centre of defence looks quite strong for Newcastle. Shah, Lascelles, and Fernandez. Lewis is going to be the questionable one defensively. His position's kind of all over the place. So
Yeah,
I see them perhaps getting in on the right, which I believe that's why he's got Fernandez, Lascelles, and Shah in the middle there, because it frees up one to help Lewis. Fernandez will help Lewis. That's going to be the weak point for me. Lascelles strong in the middle. Shah's going to be strong. Murphy had a cracking game last time out, playing out of position on the right back position. It's not his normal position, but he had a stunning game last time out. He was by far the best player on the pitch, and he got his goal to equalise 1-1 with Wolves. But it gives both of them, it gives Murphy and it gives Lewis that bit of support, having three at the back there in the middle. I think Aberon Also, he did quite a lot of defensive work last time out. He was really good, a lot of energy. Having him in the middle, he's going to play alongside St Maximum as well going forward. They're going to be linking up and causing some problems going forward. I think this is really, really a counter-attacking sort of style I can see him playing today. Got a bit of pace there with Albron and St Maximum. I suppose also looking at how weak Lewis is out of position, Albron will come back into that position to help him as well. So I think he's really looking at staying tight, and then perhaps with the pace that we've got, get him on the counter attack. Perhaps we're going to be soaking up a lot of pressure. Hendrick's going to be, he's in there to do a shift in the middle, just be strong, dirty, just put the pressure on him. And Longstaff is going to be that one, just put in a ball. Hopefully put some long balls out there that Wilson and St Maximum can get onto. But I think that's how Newcastle's lineup looks to me. Looking at Everton, Sigurdsson's going to play that same role as what Longstaff would play. He's going to be one that will put in the ball, the through balls, the passes. He's going to be their key passer, in my opinion. Allen is. It's a similar sort of lineup, really. I mean, it's a similar lineup. They've got five in the middle, haven't they? So they're going to be controlling midfield, I feel. So yeah, Newcastle are going to be soaking up the pressure. Everton are going to be having more of the possession. It's where Newcastle can get in
And
down the wings.
do you think there's any sort of gaps that Newcastle going to be able to take advantage of today?
I think the areas is going to be down the wings. I mean, the left and the right wing is areas that they haven't got their key players in. Their right back and their left backs out. So Kenny is coming in. Those fullbacks are coming in today. So I think Newcastle will be looking at exploiting those wings with Albro and St Maximum, especially down that left with Kenny. That's definitely the way I see them getting in. But it's also on the flip side, it's the way I see Everton getting in at Newcastle and that right back with Lewis. I think that's going to be the two areas that we're going to be looking at today.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Dan. Just before we sort of continue going through what we think is going to happen today, for those of you watching, do let us know in the live chat what you think the score is going to be and how well you think Newcastle are going to do today. We're really interested to get to understand what your thoughts and feelings are on the game. That's going to be kicking off shortly. Dan and myself, we're really got a lot of faith in Newcastle. But it's going to be a challenging one today, and if you haven't hit the like button already, do so. That obviously helps push out the content to like-minded Newcastle fans like ourselves, and also subscribe so you don't ever miss another live stream.
Yeah, I think looking back on the season so far that Newcastle have had, the performances have been not great, to be honest. And the last couple of games hasn't been great. I mean, they've got a result against Wolves, yes, but did they deserve it? No, I don't think they did. 1-1 was probably a fair result, in all honesty. But they're just soaking up pressure all the time, every time they play, and that's a recipe for disaster, especially in the Premier League. And against Everton, and Everton have been playing really well, although they are struggling at the minute. I mean, is this a good time to play them?
Well, I think it could be, but they're just coming off the back of that poor result, aren't they? So for me, maybe licking their wounds a little bit, Dan. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hard game to call. I could see it being a draw. The last couple of times they've played, Newcastle have given it to Everton pretty much. They've played awful against Everton, but I mean, last time they did actually come out of Goodison Park with a 2-2. I know it was the last 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes stoppage time, I believe, and we got 2 goals. I mean, we didn't deserve anything. It should have been 4-5 to Everton, um,
Mm.
but we stuck in there, stuck to it, and managed in the last couple of minutes of stoppage time to get 2 goals, which was crazy. And it was Pickford. And Pickford has been the one that's let Newcastle have the games. Um, so I can see why they've dropped Pickford. I mean, Pickford is a complete liability, and I'm kind of disappointed not to see him in the goal.
Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment one for all Newcastle fans, I would imagine, not seeing Pickford between the sticks for Everton. Do let us know what your thoughts are at home in the live chat. We would love to hear what your views are on how you think the game's going to go. Dan, just looking at the Everton lineup, and obviously pointing out the fact that it's probably more of an advantage for Everton not to have Pickford in the starting lineup. Are there any key players in that Everton team that are starting today that worry you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Sigurdsson. We all know what he's about. We've seen him in the Premier League now for a few years, and he's he can take a good free kick. He can give a good pass. But the main standout one for me that concerns me. In fact, there's two. There's two players that concern me. Mina, and you're probably thinking, oh, why Mina? But if they're attacking a lot and getting a lot of corners, I could see Mina being a goal scorer from a
Hmm.
from a set piece corner. He's strong in the air. I could see him perhaps getting a goal that way. But Calvert-Lewin is the standout for me. I mean, how many
Yeah.
goals has he had? Like 10 goals, 8 goals,
Um,
and
I mean
10 goals in 8 games or something like that. It's he's
that lad's on fire, Dan. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, they've even got Delph in the starting lineup, and yeah, I rate Delph. I think he's going to do a job.
yeah. I mean, he's got some experience with top club, hasn't he? So
He has, yeah.
wasn't it
Um,
Man City he played for?
yeah, he was
Yeah.
playing for Man City, yeah.
Um,
Um, so Dan, where do you think the threats? Which players are going to give Everton the hardest, the hardest challenge really, and be the biggest threat against Everton today?
oh, which Newcastle players are going to give them?
Yeah, which are going to be like the biggest threat for Everton?
I think Wilson's a natural goal scorer, so he's going to be one to keep an eye on, and you've got to be marking him because he's a typical what I'd say is a number 9, getting in and around the box and just knows where to be, just for the basic tap-ins and stuff. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on him and watch what he's doing. But St. Maximum, you just don't know what you're going to get from him. Um, he's got flair potential there. His runs, if he gets a lot of runs, same with Mickey Albron. I think the
Yeah.
pair of them are going to cause some problems down that left flank. Um,
Yeah, and I was going to say, Dan, it's Sean Longstaff's first start of the season in the Premier League. Do you think there's going to be some trouble there fitness wise, or do you think he's just going to just go straight into the team and excel?
um, well, yeah, it's his first start in the Premier League. It's not the first time he's played. He's played in the FA Cup. Um,
Yeah, I just
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him, really, to be honest.
it just worries me, Dan. Like from my standpoint, we're talking about the likes of Delph in the Everton midfield, and Sean Longstaff, hasn't played in the Premier League this season. He's in for today, and you know, is that
Yeah.
is that a good thing for Newcastle, or is that a bad thing?
Um, to be honest with you, I see this game going very much. It's going to be Everton pressing, Newcastle going to be defending. I think out of that whole team, the only really attack-minded individuals going forward in that squad is Wilson, St Maximin, and Alberon. I think all the rest are more defensive, including Longstaff to a certain degree. I can't see him being like, if we're talking about going forward, he's going to be putting long balls over to Miguel Alberon, St Maximin, Wilson. But his main role is going to be picking up that ball in defence and then getting his head up and making those passes for that counter attack.
Yeah.
But if I was Everton, I wouldn't be too worried about him. In all honesty, I think he needs to show some intent really, which he hasn't done since he come and started for Newcastle. You know, there was rumours of him going to United for 50 million. There was, rumours that he was going to be one of the players to watch in the Premier League, going to be one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. But last season didn't look like that at all, really. And I would say, out of him and his brother, I'd say Matty Longstaff would be the more likely one to progress.
Wow, well, you heard it here first, guys. So we've got Ben in the live chat. He says he reckons Newcastle 1-0. Yeah, I believe that it could be a 1-0 or a 1-1 myself. Dan, what are your thoughts?
I hate to say it, but I could see there being more goals than that.
Well, you are bullish on goals, and yeah, whenever we seem to watch a game, we do tend to get quite a few goals, don't we, Dan?
I don't think that this is going to be a 1-0 or 1-0. I think this is going to be 2-1 Everton.
Wow, you're not fancying Newcastle's chances?
Not unless they, not particularly, but if they keep it scrappy and their defence is hot on it,
yeah,
then you could be right. We could be looking at a 1-0.
Okay, so I'm going to press you down. What's your final score prediction? Because when we do our post-match reaction to the result and the game, obviously I am going to hold you to it. So what is your prediction, Dan?
Oh God, I just don't know what Newcastle's going to turn up. That's the problem. Do you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Dan said 2-2. Interesting.
Well, actually, this could be.
We have that recorded, so that will be interesting discussion at the end of the game. And obviously we've got a few people in the live stream at the moment. Do let us know whether you think perhaps Ben's scoreline prediction is correct. I'm going to go for 1-1. That's what I'm saying. And Dan's gone 2-2. He's bullish. There's going to be plenty of goals today. Do let us know what your thoughts are. We are really interested to know, aren't we, Dan?
Oh yeah, I mean, this game is unpredictable just because of Newcastle's unpredictability, really. Plus, you look at Everton and what happened last time out against Southampton, but then you look at Southampton and what they've been doing even today with the scoreline today. I think it was 4-1 when I last saw it. That's crazy by them. I mean, I didn't have Southampton to be doing so well. So you're looking at, Everton losing to Southampton last time out. They're licking their wounds. They've got a few out. They could be up for taking today. Newcastle playing defensive. It looks like a good defensive line, to be honest. The weak point for me is Lewis. If they come with a game plan, it could work, and Everton are potentially up for the taking. But then we know what Newcastle are like, and defensive. They're just going to allow them too many chances, and we're going to be looking at Newcastle and losing again.
I guess what concerns me, Dan, is that they're obviously defensive. They're going to look to counter Everton, and they've probably got the pace to do that. But do you
Oh
think
yeah,
they're going to be? Do you think that they're going to be defensively sound, and going to be able to keep out Everton for 45 minutes to 90 minutes? I'm not so sure they could. I don't think they're defensively that good. I keep mentioning you know Calvin Lewis, who's he's on fire at the moment, that lad. And then you've also got Delphin there as well, with real experience and quality there. Um, yeah, let me know what you think.
yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying, but they're missing their key elements of their team to provide Calvert-Lewin with those chances.
Mm,
And with Newcastle, five at the back, it's probably their strongest three in the middle that they could have had, in my opinion. Um, Murphy doesn't normally play that position, but he did last time out and he did really, really well. Was easily man of the match, and getting his goal with the way he took it as well. He did his research with the keeper, knew where to put the ball, executed it straight in.
yeah,
It was a well taken goal. I don't know if you saw it, Chris.
yeah, did yeah, it was
Um,
pretty
uh,
well taken.
and Lewis is going to be the one on the other wing. He likes going forward, um, but his positioning isn't the best. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think the middle of the defense looks pretty sound to me. Plus, you've got to look at Newcastle do this every week, so they're usually pretty good at defending. You would think,
Yeah.
based on the fact they do it so much. Um, it's just a question of whether or not we're going to give them so much of the ball that it's just a sheer number of chances that Everton have. It's more than likely that one of them is going to come through good.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think we're getting to the point where we're going to wrap this one up just before the game goes live, aren't we, Dan? Do join us for the post-match fan reaction at the end of the game. Yeah, we'll be excited to have you with us, won't we, Dan?
Oh yeah, it'd be great to have another catch up after the game and have our thoughts and just have a chat with everyone and see what they thought of the game, what they made of it.
Super. Well, thanks everybody. If you haven't subscribed already and it's your first time with us, do smash that subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we go live with a live stream. And smash that like button as well. It'll help push out the content to other Newcastle fans who might miss us if you don't. Thanks, guys.